Rosewall to serve.
Love. Oh. 15 all. Oh. 15, 30. Oh. 30 all.
Well, the fans absolutely utterly interested in this, of course, this opening game, as we all are.
40, 30. Deuce.
Solid smash by Connors on the 16th stroke of the rally.
Advantage, Connors. Deuce.
Two deuces already in this opening game.
Advantage, Rosewall. Game to Rosewall. First game.
So in the first game, in spite of the two double faults, Rosewall gets away with the opening game.
And indeed a good opening game, because both the players looked as though they were sizing one another up. Kenny not following his serve into net, just having those baseline rallies, and of course his opponent Jimmy Connors is really going to hit 4 or 5 shots and then a big one and come into the net. Connors already back to serve. Rosewall taking his time, and of course the experience
Connors
of three
to
Wimbledon
serve.
finals beforehand is going to stand him in good stead this afternoon. Connors serving. Love one. First set.
First service. Love. Love. First service. First service. First service.
Most unusual. Three net boards or lets running.
Love.
A hard rally of 12 strokes. 40 love.
Game to Connors. One game all.
Well, the match being applauded by Billy.
Chrissy Everett, of course, who won yesterday, and Jimmy Connors' fiancée. Rosewall serving. 1-1, first set.
Love.
And Rosewall squeezing that one nicely down the line. That will give him some confidence, I think.
First service. All.
And Connors dealing out a heavy blow to a rather badly judged lob of Rosewall's, but the lob, I'm sure, will have to come to the aid of Rosewall a great deal. When this boy really rushes the net, he gets right on top of it. It's in.
40. First service. Game to Connors. Two games to one. First set, Connors leads.
So the first vital break of serve going to Connors.
And of course Kenny Rosewall has played Connors very little, and unlike his three previous opponents, Stan Smith, John Newcombe and Roscoe Tanner, who attacked him from the first point, first ball of the rally all the time in the last three matches, Connors is waiting 3 or 4 shots to come into the net. He's really preparing his way, and that I think is rather strange for Ken, because he's used to playing a passing shot on the first or second shot of the rally, but now he's got to play one on the 6th or 7th shot when his opponent has really prepared the way well. And of course Jimmy Connors really hitting the ball very hard from the baseline, and Ken is rocked back a bit on his heels. 2-1, Connors with a break of serve and serving.
Second service. $15, love.
Being a left-hander, Connors not embarrassed by the sun, particularly when he's serving from the right court.
$30, love. $15.
On the line, I think.
40-15.
It's right on the line.
Connors. 3 games to 1, Connors leads.
Evidence there of the crushing power of Connors as he really galloped into that volley. Never let the ball get below the height of the net. So, Rosewall serving, 1-3 down, first set, and a break of service down.
Love, 15. Love, 30. Love, 40. Okay, to Connors. Four games to 1. First set, Connors leads.
I was just thinking, Millie, this is rather what happened in his match against Stan Smith. The serve, volley and tactic really didn't work for a while, did it? Came in behind his serve fast, made his volley, hit the top of the net a great deal, and yet it's one of his favourite shots, the backhand volley.
Yes, he didn't start too well yesterday against Stan Smith, although he held his opening serves fairly easily. It reminds me more of the start, actually, that he made against Roscoe Tanner in the fourth round when everything went wrong for a set and a half. He was 2-6, 2-4, love 40 down, and he just couldn't get his touch at all. He kept on hitting the top of the net, but he came back in that match, and of course, great fighter that he is, he'll probably come back in this set. But worried about those tops of the net shots that he's missing. Connor serving, 4-1, first set.
$15, love. $15 all. $15, that's it.
This boy who hits the ball so very, very hard is not short of the delicate shots. There was a nice dropped smash. Not the easiest of shots. 30 all.
That's it. Connors, 5 games to 1, Connors leads.
Connors putting 4 of his first services of the 6 points played there. So Rosewall serving. 1-5 down. First set.
Love, 15.
It's the second error of judgment in the match so far. Well in that one.
Love, 13. $15, that hit.
And just here there for the Rosewall net court. Some indication of where the sympathies lie, of course. Very well.
30-40.
The set point for Connors.
First service.
What a lovely call.
First set to Connors by 6 games to 1.
And the first set just 20 minutes in duration.
And Chrissy Everett obviously very pleased sitting next to Ava Gardner, but for Jimmy Connors, who really played exceptionally well all through this first set. Here's the last point of the first set. Rosewall at 30-40. Connors, Rosewall hitting a rather guarded forehand volley, not very hard, and a very good passing shot from Connors, taking the ball early and really pushing it down the line before Rosewall could get moving. Rosewall, who hasn't settled down at all today. Unfortunate for him that he lost the first set so easily, because he needs lots of time to reach his best form when he starts a little bit slowly. But Connors serving with new balls.
Love, 15.
And that's the sort of shot I think this crowd has been waiting for. It really was a wonderful return. Powerful smash for Connors. Beautifully controlled ball on the backhand by Rosewall.
all.
And every one of those shots in that rally hit by Connors at almost with maximum power. Throughout this championship, this American boy has been absolutely deadly when he's been driven really wide of the court, as he was then. In singles and doubles, he brought off some really wonderful returns like that.
14-30.
More like the backhand return of service of Rosewall.
Advantage, Connors. Cheers.
Rosewall quick to jump onto that service, lacking in length from Connors. His own forehand approach wasn't too good in depth, but it sufficed.
Advantage, Connors. Cheers. Advantage, Connors.
What a tremendous forehand that Connors played off Rosewall's immaculate length ball, only a foot away from the line, and the boy produced almost an outright winner. Advantage, Connors.
Cheers. Advantage, Connors.
I doubt if we've had a harder hit ball than that in the championships.
Cheers.
Intentional, I would think, there. The centre court theory of Rosewall, taking the return of serve and playing right down the centre of the court, which definitely makes the angle difficult for the man who has to make the pass. I would have thought that was an intentional change of tactical serves in the approach there. Returning the serve, rather.
Advantage, Rosewall. Cheers. Advantage, Connors. Game to Connors. First game, second set.
And the youth,
First set to Connors, 6-1.
the youth and strength of the American showing itself there. He really served very powerfully, and he got a very high percentage of his first services in. And one or two of the shots there were hit so hard, unbelievable.
Very big game for Jimmy Connors to win. struck me throughout the first set and this first game that, unlike most of the players that have played Rosewall through this tournament, Connors is quite happy to stay at the baseline after his serve, because he believes that Rosewall's return of serve is perhaps the best shot of Rosewall. So if he stays back and plays 2 or 3 shots and then comes in, then he stops Kenny playing his best shot. And of course, Jimmy is hitting his shots from the baseline, and his approach shots with such power that Rosewall just isn't having the opportunity to play his passing shots. Kenny, who seemed to want to attack the serve of Connors coming in behind his return, in all sorts of trouble. Love won second set, having lost the first.
Love.
One of those really fierce returns, even that defeating the quick reflexes of Rosewall. So Rosewall finding his service coming back in the most difficult of ways. Always having to produce an awkward half volley.
Second service. Two games to love. Second set, Connors leads.
So the return of serve and the net cord gives Connors a break to 30. And at the moment it's all America, going strongly and really well.
Love 15. Love 30.
I think it shows the form the American boy's in, because Rosewall's backhand pass, or attempted pass there, really was very low and very difficult, and yet he made a really fine, aggressive angled volley off it. 15-30. Well, Rosewall got away with the point, but you see the danger in Connors when he's driven wide of the doubles line. 15-40. How quick he was to get to the Rosewall backhand smash or the high backhand volley of Rosewall's. Fortunate net cord that, because it hit below the tape almost and rolled over, not on top of the tape. 30-40.
Deuce. Advantage, Connors. Game to Connors. 3 games to love and 1 set to love. Connors leads.
And a great disappointment there for Rosewall, standing at one time 15-40, but some great play by Connors to pull it back.
The luck just isn't running with Rosewall at the moment. A net cord, a dead net cord to lose his serve, to go love 2, and then he worked very hard indeed to get that break of serve back, and again played a very good point, and then dead net cord enabling Connors to get to juice. Kenny doesn't quite seem to be in his best form yet. He's been pressed so hard. He's always been rocked back on his heels and having a great deal of difficulty in knowing what to do when he's serving. If he serves and comes in, he's inevitably going to have to play a very difficult half volley, fast, right at his feet, and if he stays back, they play for 3 or 4 shots, and then Connors hits the big one and comes in. Sometime soon, Connors must start missing a few shots, because he's missed very, very few all through this match so far and taken the last 9 games in a row. 6-1 to Connors, 3 love to Connors, and Rosewall serving.
I must say the error percentage of the American boy is very low, considering the power with which he's playing. Rosewall serving, love 3 down, second set.
Love 15.
The American boy flashed out a pass there. Rather low ball, too. It didn't look as though he could possibly lift it and keep the ball in. Love 30. Start.
15-30.
I must say it would help the Rosewall cause more if you could put more first serves in. Everybody's game responds if the first serve goes in, but
13-4. Okay, McConnell's. Four games to love, second set, Connors leads.
having won the first set 6-1, and Jimmy Connors really playing magnificently. Looks as confident as can be and hitting the ball right out of the middle of the racket. Ball out the second set, Connors serving.
Love, 15. Love, 30.
Once again, Rosewall getting a chance there to have a go at the second service.
Sorry.
15-40.
Best service.
Left cord. Left cord. No doubt about it.
Best service.
Absolutely no doubt about that left.
Best service.
Let again.
Pull it down. Pull it a little bit down.
Umpire Barron. Barron asking for a 30-40. All up, Connors, second set.
Deuce.
So once again, Connors comes back from 15-40 to deuce.
Advantage. Rosewall. Game to Rosewall. Connors leads by 4 games to 1 and by 1 set to love.
And although aided by the double fort on the game point, it looked at one time as though Rosewall had lost his chance, being 15-40 against the serve.
Rosewall has been threatening to break the Connors serve all through this set. He's had break points on every service. It's his service which seems to be giving him the most trouble, because he can't serve.
Out! Game to Rosewall. Connors leads by 4 games to 1 and by 1 set to love.
And although aided by the double fort on the game point, it looked at one time as though Rosewall had lost his chance, being 15-40 against the serve.
Rosewall has been threatening to break the Connors serve all through this set. He's had break points on every service. It's his service which seems to be giving him the most trouble, because he can't serve and come in. He's missing a lot of first serves, and every time he has to play a difficult half volley. If he stays back, then Connors plays a few shots, rallies and comes in. Jimmy, who wants to play in a great hurry, wants to get on with it. He's already gone down to the far end, still wearing his sweater, and he's serving very intelligently because he's varying the direction of his serve right out to the forehand on all the big points, and he isn't letting Rosewall get set into any rhythm at all in this match. Timely game for Rosewall to win. 1-4 though, second set, having lost the first.
Love, 15. Love, 30.
Come on, Ken, give it a go. What the hell?
An encouraging cry from a lone individual in the crowd, but quickly picked up by the rest of the crowd. Give it a go, champ. It's 1-4, love 30. Jimmy Connors seems to enjoy that too. Well, a good variation there by Rosewall, the little delicate cross-court shot instead of the lob. 30-all.
30-40. Connors, 5-1, second set. Connors leads.
Well, talk about a human tornado. That was incredible play from attack to defence, from defence to attack. Marvellous volley to finish with to take that 5-1 lead. Rosewall having to play against an inspired performer at the moment.
That is love.
Well, he looks at the court thinking possibly the ball came through a bit quicker. He was terribly late on that ball, but Rosewall really got that ball in the middle of his racket. He really hit that one. 30-15. So 2 set points for Connors to take a 2 sets to love lead.
Game, second set, Connors. By 6-1. Connors leads by 2 sets to love.
6-1, 6-1 in an hour and 3 minutes, and towards the end of that second set, Connors played absolutely inspired tennis.
I don't think I've ever seen a match in which one player has sat on Ken Rosewall for such a long time. Laver did it once or twice, but Connors is missing nothing today at all. But if only Rosewall could just manage to hold on for a few serves, particularly early on in this set, I just wonder whether Connors can continue playing in this tremendous form. He's going for everything, everything's coming off. He's had any luck that was going, and Rosewall is a bit nonplussed by the tremendous power and speed of Connors' shots. Of course, to lose the first 2 sets 6-1, 6-1, it's a pity for Rosewall, because if he'd lost them 6-4, 6-4 or 8-6, 6-4 as he did against Smith, it gives him more time to get into the match. He hasn't had time to really work Connors, to make him a little bit tired, to chase him back from the net. But Connors really missing absolutely nothing, the pressure on him completely, and now it's most important for Rosewall to hold this opening service game of the third set. And his family, Wilma, the 2 boys, Brett and Glenn, in the usual lucky place. Rosewall serving.
30, love. Well,
the American was playing that backhand down the line as calmly as could be. The stroke was a wonderful example of perfect rhythm.
Yes.
Juice. That shows the confidence of Connors, taking the initiative away from Rosewall there and out-volleying the little Australian. Right into the corner of the court too.
Yes. Advantage, Connors. Game to Connors. First game, third set.
One can't help but look back, Billy, to those three games in the second set, which was so close.
Yes, the first three games. The first game on Connors' serve, which he had a chance to break. The second game when he lost to a net cord, and the third game when he again had a chance to break and Connors had a net cord. Those three games he needed to win very badly, just as badly, I think, as he needed to win the first 2 or 3 games of this third set, because he had 30 love in that last game and really badly needed to win the opening game, because Connors just made the first 2 mistakes that he's made virtually the whole of the match. And of course Rosewall, who's under such pressure, I think he's trying to do a little bit too much with the ball. He's just hitting the ball a couple of inches out. He's serving double faults by 6 or 7 inches, and Connors is being so aggressive that Kenny feels that he's got to do a bit too much and make mistakes. But Connors, who's terribly quick, he's so quick onto the ball all the time. Whether he's got a chance to make a pass, and great passing shot. 2 sets to love for Connors. 1 love third set with the break of serve.
First service. Love 15. First service. All. Oh. 15-30. All.
And that was pretty tough for Rosewall, I must say. But what a remarkable shot by this boy. It seems a very rare occurrence to see a mistake coming from the American's racket. Just out.
One game all. Third set.
Those 2 sets to Connors, 6-1, 6-1, and I think what is going through probably most people's minds here is, are we about to see a Rosewall revival? Certainly he played 1 or 2 shots with more confidence then, but it's going to take a lot to knock the American off his wonderful form.
Up. Deuce.
Well, that was a pretty poor backhand by Rosewall there, just when he wanted one of his best.
Advantage, Rosewall. Rosewall leads by 2 games to 1 in the third set.
And that's the first time.
Connors leads by 2 sets to love.
That's the first time that Rosewall has led in any set except in the opening game of the match.
And it just struck me in these last 3 games that Jimmy Connors has slightly gone off the boil. He's making 1 or 2 mistakes, and he didn't make any mistakes at all in the first set. But Rosewall still isn't playing well enough to take advantage of these slight lapses. But I think Rosewall must be thinking that I've just got to get better and he must get worse, because in the first 2 sets, Connors, I feel, must have played the best tennis and the most consistently powerful tennis of any time in his life. Rosewall, 30-love in the first game, 30-love in that game, just missing a few shots, and if he can tighten his game up in this third set, having recovered his break, then we might see again a Rosewall recovery. But it's early days yet as Connors serves 1-2, third set.
Up. 15, love.
What returns of service Rosewall has to make to win a point.
That is 15.
And if Rosewall gets a chance to get on to the second service, one may see him pursue that tactic, taking the ball early and forcing Connors to make the pass.
That is 40. Deuce.
Accurate heavy service.
Advantage, Rosewall.
That was the shot that, in the end, was the undoing of Stan Smith and possibly John Newcombe. That backhand return from the right court, one of the most difficult shots to make.
Deuce.
the American Jimmy Connors is reading Rosewall's game awfully well. He really is. Two-one Rosewall, deuce.
Advantage, Rosewall.
Yes, just out.
Deuce.
Yes, another yard in height and length of the lob, and it would have been all right. But as I was saying just now, Connors reading the Rosewall game really awfully well. Except for here and now with points, he's containing the Rosewall game quite thoroughly.
Advantage, Connors.
Four break points, Bill. He's 16-40. Oh, there's the ball.
Deuce.
Without doubt, the best volley that Rosewall has made in the match, and he's had 3 break points in this game. Deuce.
Advantage, Connors. Game to Connors, 2 games all, third set.
Well, that was a great save of the service game by Connors there. A hard game. He had 3 break points against him. And that must be a sad blow for Rosewall. 2-all, third set.
First service. $15 up. $15-all.
Good Rosewall service, but you see once again he had to play a half volley on the off the return of service.
15-30.
And the first service of Rosewall treated almost with contempt there.
Connors. Three games to 2 and 2 sets to love. Connors leads.
Jimmy Connors really running down everything, making some so difficult for Rosewall to win any points. We see here at the 15-all point, Rosewall serving a good serve, Connors running round, and a very good Rosewall backhand volley. And watch how Connors just manages to get that, runs right out of the picture, throws the ball right high up into the air, giving himself time to get back into position. Rosewall caught off balance, and here comes Connors into the net. A very good Rosewall lob, but Connors quick to get back for this one. Going to smash it, then turns round. Double-hander, cross to the Rosewall forehand, and there's a bad miss by Ken Rosewall. And it's these long rallies that Connors keeps on winning all the time. Rosewall had his chance to break at 2-1 up, and I feel that that game hurt him very much indeed. Connors leads 2 sets to love, 3-2, third set, and with a break of service.
Oh. 15 love. 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 Game to Connors. 4 games to 2, third set. Connors leads.
So Connors has come back with some tremendous tennis from 1-2 down in this set to take a 4-2 lead. And the service break in the middle of it, so Rosewall serving.
First service. Love.
No left.
30 love.
What a great return of Connors off that very accurate serve that brought up the chalk in the middle of Rosewall's. Very lovely.
Love. Then to Rosewall. Connors leads by 4 games to 3 and by 2 sets to love.
Well, at least the love game, Billy, is heartening.
Yes, one of the very few service games that he's been able to win easily. Just, I thought at the beginning of this set when Rosewall was 1-2, I thought that Jimmy was slightly going off the ball. He made 1 or 2 mistakes there. He had a great deal of trouble to hold his service at 1-2, 3 points of to lose his serve. But each time he's been in the minor crisis, he's been able to raise his game. He's served exceptionally well. He's been so quick all through the match, and that he's hurried Rosewall. He's hurried Rosewall at the start of the match in between the change rounds, although Rosewall now is out first, and he's held Rosewall between the points, through the points, and of course Kenny gradually has started to miss. In fact, he's missed a lot of returns of serve. 4-3 in the third set. Chrissy Evert and Eva Gardner. But Pancho Segura, his coach, he must be pretty pleased with the whole of today's performance. Connors serving. 4-3.
First service. Love, 15.
Second service of Connors there a bit weak, which gave Rosewall the chance to play that forcing tactic. But the second service of Connors has been really too good to allow Rosewall to do that without taking too much of a risk.
All.
Not quite sure whether Connors felt that the lob was out, but he didn't seem too pleased, but I don't think there's any doubt about it. The score is 15-30. Connors leading 4-3. Oh, that's incredible.
30 all. Thirty, 40.
What a wonderful serve. And a great point, too.
Cheers. First service. Advantage, Connors. Game to Connors. Five games to 3. Third set, Connors leads.
Well, Connors, I must say, some of his volleying behind his service there was absolutely magnificent. And what a wonderful service, an accurate serve when he pulled that one out 10 point down. So now it's Rosewall serving to stay in this final.
15 love. Love. Love.
That was a quality shot if ever I saw one. Half volley of the Rosewall was within a foot or so of the line and yet clean passed. 40-30.
Game to Rosewall. Connors leads by 5 games to 4 and by 2 sets to love.
So Rosewall has to break the service, perhaps the most important service break he's ever had to make in his life. And one can only imagine what he'd give to be able to achieve it.
Well, of course, he did it yesterday when Smith served for the semi-final, but today, whenever he's had breakthrough points, and he's had a lot all through this third set, Connors has played exceptionally well. He served wide to the Rosewall backhand, come in and been absolutely sure of the first volley. So difficult to serve out a match when you're 2 sets to love and 5-4 up. And of course Connors will be thinking that I must make sure of the first volley, not make any misses on that first shot to give Kenny any confidence. And of course the first point so important, because if you can win the first point of the game that you're serving for the match, then it does relax you to really go for the second one, and then you can serve out the match. So Jimmy Connors, 2 sets to love up, 5-4, serves for this championship.
Love. 30, love.
Real athleticism there to reach that very wide forehand volley. 30 love.
Love.
3 championship points for Jimmy Connors.
First service.
Somehow Rosewall got one off his chest for a backhand pass, but it's 2 championship points. Yes. Now, is it humanly possible for him to break back here again? Championship point for the 3rd time. Oh, what a wonderful service.
Second match, Connors.
So, Ken Rosewall does not achieve his dream. In the score after an hour and a half, 6-1, 6-1, 6-4 to Jimmy Connors. And there is the man of the moment who played absolutely magnificent tennis, absolutely worthy of this Wimbledon championship, 6-1, 6-1, 6-4, in an hour and a half after one of the most experienced players in the world. And one cannot really fault this young man's play to draw a day. It was the modern game in its very, very best shape. So he receives instructions about waiting for the presentation that will take place on the court. So let's just have a look at the beating of Rosewall. And this must be a sad moment indeed. A man for whom we all have the highest respect. He's given us tremendous pleasure, not only at Wimbledon, but all over the world, at Wembley, in Tokyo, and in all the places. A man who has done so much for this game. So there's the famous trophy. Famous trophy. It's called the Challenge Cup, presented to the club by King George V. And so the guard of honor of the ball boys waiting as the president of the club comes out to present this famous trophy that until today it's kept in the airtight box just behind the centre court with all the other trophies. So the president comes out and I'm sure congratulates the ball boys who have done a truly magnificent job, as good as any ball boys I've seen in a week. Supported by the chairman of the club, Sir Brian Burnett, and supported by Judge Arnold, the president of the Lawn Tennis Association. And so this worthy winner goes forward. The boy-born Illinois, who now lives in Los Angeles. Rosewall stands there, who has never yet had this chance. And what a prolonged reception. When Rodney beat Rosewall in 1954. There he is, this happy young man who, with his fiancée, have taken both Wimbledon titles, something unique in the history of the world. Philosophical Rosewall, not to be, but what delight his lips. Few people who would have thought that he would have won the championship. Many people thought he'd been seated too high. So tonight at the Lawn-Tennis Association ball, he and his fiancée, first time in history, will make the opening dance.
And Dan, what a great match he played all through this match. He really never gave Ken Rosewall a chance to get into the match. I don't think I've ever seen Connors play better. He seemed to reserve all of his best form for this final. He had a tough job to get here, but just didn't give Rosewall a chance to get into the match at all.
Bill, I was just thinking, last night he lost in the semi-final his doubles title with Nastase, so what tremendous consolation for him here. He would have rather had this than the doubles, of course.
I'm sure he would, Dan. When he was playing Kurdish and beating Kurdish in the quarter-final in 5 sets, he didn't look in his best form, but of course he's won the Australian Championships this year, he won the South African last year. He said people may think I'm seeded high at number 3, but you watch, I'll win this championship.